Okay, so I'm back in the yellow chair. That means it's time for another discussion video. I'm doing this as PSA versus SGC part 2. I just got an SGC order back, as you saw from the prior reveal. It got submitted on July 23rd, released, shipped on November 4th. So it was a total of 74 business days. So it's kind of right along the lines of what SGC is now telling us with their new price hike that was not anywhere, that wasn't announced anywhere. So Jeremy, Base 1986, his channel, he did an assessment of this, which actually was the first time I heard about the price increase. But since I was looking at my SGC account, I figured, oh, let me go see what he's talking about. And it's really, I almost feel like SGC is trying to take themselves out of the game, frankly. When you look at really what they've done, so basically unannounced, they changed their prices from $10 a card to now $15 a card. And rather than their nonsensical naming of the services, like I can wait or I can't wait, and with some approximate time, they've quoted 65 to 70 business days for the service. Now, basically, that makes every card that you submit to SGC almost more costly than bulk submissions to PSA, right? Granted, the PSA wait times for bulk are going to be longer, but given the disparity in the market in terms of values, like why wouldn't I submit my cards to PSA for $10 or $12 in bulk and just wait? Because I know I'm going to get more return on the open market for their graded cards. Now, I know that PSA has $15 is the ultra modern bulk rate, and that's essentially what SGC just brought their prices up to, which really, to me, I mean, I gotta be honest, I got no stake in SGC, right? I mean, but it's boggling my mind what they're doing right now, to the point where I don't even know if they're going to be able to compete going forward. It's almost like they're trying to take themselves out of the game. I'd love to hear your comments on that. Maybe I'm being overly harsh, but like when you look back to when we started the COVID crisis and everything was in disarray at PSA and BGS, the head of SGC went on Cardboard Connections, said, send us our cards. We can handle it. We're gonna give you great service, this, that, and the other thing. And then basically they just went completely dark and didn't communicate anything to anybody. But they couldn't handle the influx of new business. Fast forward a few months, they released their nonsensical, new service levels, and it was just, again, poor communication. They did it through another, I think it was a Cardboard Connection video again, and I want to like the guy, I want to like SGC, but now after this, which basically I don't think it was on any of their social channels, it wasn't even like we got an email. The communication is just really poor, and and frankly, I'm happy to do consulting for you guys, SGC. If you reach out to me, just do some basic consulting around transparency and communicating with your customers. It's not that hard. Say what you want about PSA. They're increasing their prices. Their service times are still pretty poor. But you know what? At least you get an email saying, hey, we're going to increase our prices and we're doing our best to manage our workload. And I think in the end, that's what's going to win out, is communication with customers, because you can't just submit things into a black hole and, and just wait for a surprise email that something's ready to go and it's shipped. One last point on the communication thing I think that I really want to bring up is, maybe it's not on communication, but it's improving the customer service. The fact that PSA now gives you a barcode that you put on the outside of your package, and that as soon as it gets to the, as soon as it gets received, it gets scanned and it shows up in your account, is game changing, right? Because there was never any communication, at all, other than, relying on the Postal Service to say, okay, yeah, this was scanned in and signed. you know, for you to have any comfort that it was truly received in a organized manner. And then, you know, 7 weeks later, when they finally check it in, you see it in your account. But like, that's a long time to wait for you know, to not have any sense for what's going on with the package you sent in. So, you know, I think in the end, I think PSA is doing a great job with transparency, and I think SGC has completely dropped the ball, and they're putting themselves at risk. That's about it. I'd love to again hear your thoughts. Hopefully, you enjoy the conversation, and see you next time.